As we talk about it now, and even then, because I'm from the States, you don't grow up with the same understanding of the royal family, and so while I now understand very clearly there's a global interest there, I didn't know much about him, and so the only thing that I had asked her when she said she wanted to set us up was, I had one question. I said, well, is he nice?
Raised eyebrows for name-dropping her celebrity friends while helping out a young victim of the devastating Los Angeles wildfires.
Eilish, this is going to mean so much to her, and honestly, to Adam Levine and Bahati, you guys helped get this over the line. To everyone who's showing up for people in big and small ways to get through what's happened in California, just thank you so much. I'm gonna go and email her mom now. Just wanted to...
The girl from Suits. And I was surrounded by world leaders, humanitarians, prime ministers, and activists that I had such a deep and long-standing respect.
Briefing the press solidly for well over...
Just because you suffered, that doesn't mean that your kids have to suffer.
I will say, when we were watching the videos all the way in Canada, we had the same moment as we do each year, which is, how are you gonna choose? So we've done our best, and I'm very pleased to announce the winner, who is Lee Spencer.
And I would never want someone else to be making those sort of plans, and I would never want someone else to not be believed.
Incredibly lucky to be able to count myself as one of you, and I'm deeply proud to have served among you as Captain Whale.
I would never want someone else to feel that way.
Well, firstly, I would urge you not to read tabloids, because I don't think that's healthy for anyone. Hopefully one day they come with a warning label like cigarettes do, like this is toxic for your mental health.
Have a tremendously negative effect on someone's mental health. If you're reading something terrible about a woman, why are you sharing it with your friends? Look, I was really ashamed to say it at the time, and ashamed to have to admit it to Harry, especially, because I know how much loss he's suffered.
I wasn't planning on saying anything shocking, except for my husband's racist family almost drove me to suicidal thoughts. While
In the olden days, if your kids were under your roof, you knew what they were up to.
You tonight have told me you have my back. Well, I'm also here to tell you I've always got you.
Hey guys, Meghan Markle's PR team is in complete meltdown after a series of massive fails, and what Piers Morgan just revealed actually proves he was right all along. Plus, her bizarre Instagram brag about Billie Eilish is seriously backfiring, and trust me, the evidence coming out changes everything. Today we're breaking down why Piers Morgan was actually right about Meghan, her latest PR disasters that are exposing everything, the weird Billie Eilish Instagram situation, never before seen evidence of her publicity stunts, how her disaster tourist reputation is growing, and proof that her PR strategy is completely falling apart. Plus, we have exclusive details about what's really happening behind the scenes that nobody's talking about. But guys, what these PR documents reveal... Let's dive into why Piers Morgan is suddenly being vindicated, because the new evidence coming out is absolutely wild. Remember when everyone called him obsessed for questioning Meghan's stories? Well, turns out he had receipts all along. First, let's talk about these newly surfaced documents that Piers just revealed. They show multiple inconsistencies in Meghan's previous statements, especially about her knowledge of royal life before marrying Harry. Sources have uncovered proof that she actually had extensive briefings about royal protocols years before meeting Harry. But wait until you see what these royal staff members just exposed. This is insane. Piers has been sitting on some of this evidence for months, waiting for the perfect moment to release it. He's got emails, text messages, and even witness statements from former palace staff that completely contradict Meghan's version of events. One particularly damning email shows her requesting specific royal privileges while publicly claiming she didn't understand how the monarchy worked. But here's what's really interesting. Several former royal correspondents are now coming forward to back up Piers' claims. They're sharing their own experiences of how Meghan would manipulate media coverage, even before the wedding. One journalist revealed how she would plant stories, then complain about the same coverage she orchestrated. And trust me, what these palace insiders just revealed will blow your mind. The most shocking evidence? Piers has obtained documents showing how Meghan's team would actively coordinate with paparazzi while publicly condemning them. There are literally emails scheduling candid photo opportunities that she later claimed were invasive. Even her harshest critics didn't expect this level of calculation. Now let's talk about these recent PR fails, because Meghan's publicity stunts are seriously backfiring. Her team's attempts to control her image have turned into a complete nightmare. Remember that spontaneous coffee run last week? Well, sources revealed her team actually spent 3 days planning it. They coordinated with specific photographers, arranged for friendly fans to be there, and even chose her outfit to look casually elegant. But here's what's really embarrassing. The whole thing got exposed when someone leaked the planning. Emails. But guys, what happened next will make you cringe. Her new PR strategy of being seen at charitable events is completely falling apart too. People are calling her the disaster tourist because she keeps showing up at tragedies with camera crews in tow. One aid worker actually came forward saying they were told to restage emotional moments because the lighting wasn't right the first time. The American Riviera orchard launch was particularly disastrous. Her team tried to create this image of Meghan as a Martha Stewart-style lifestyle guru, but it completely backfired when people discovered most of the homemade products were actually sourced from other companies. Even her jam jars became a meme. And what these business documents expose will make your head spin. But here's what's really damaging her own PR. Team is starting to jump ship. 3 major publicity firms have quietly dropped her as a client in the past month alone. One former team member anonymously revealed they left because the gap between her public image and reality became too wide to manage. They're literally calling it the Markle paradox. The more she tries to control her image, the more it spirals out of control. Let's dive into this bizarre Billie Eilish situation, because what Meghan did on Instagram is seriously raising eyebrows. This might be her most desperate attempt at relevancy yet. So, Meghan randomly posts this long story about how she and Billie have this deep connection, right? She's talking about their meaningful conversations and shared values. But here's what's really awkward. Billie's team had to release a statement saying they've literally never had a private conversation. The only time they met was for 2 minutes at a public event. But wait until you see Billie's brother's reaction. This is wild. The way Meghan tried to spin this brief encounter is fascinating. She wrote this elaborate post about how Billie sought her guidance about dealing with fame. But security footage from the event shows their entire interaction lasted exactly 127 seconds. Sources say Billie actually looked uncomfortable when Meghan kept trying to extend their conversation. Then Meghan's team made it worse by doubling down. They started leaking stories about how Billie and Meghan text regularly. But Billie's brother Phineas completely shut that down with one tweet. "My sister doesn't even have her number." The secondhand embarrassment is real. But here's what's really cringe. We've uncovered evidence that Meghan's team actually tried to book Billie for their podcast months ago. They got rejected 5 times, but Meghan still went ahead and tried to create this narrative of a close friendship. One of Billie's team members revealed they were shocked to see the Instagram post because they'd explicitly asked Meghan not to publicize their brief meeting. The way Hollywood is reacting to all these PR fails is absolutely fascinating. Celebrities who used to support Meghan are quietly distancing themselves, and the industry whispers are getting louder. Taylor Swift's team actually sent out a memo to her entire publicity department saying any association with Meghan needs to be carefully evaluated. This came after Meghan tried claiming they had a special bond over dealing with media scrutiny. But sources say Taylor was particularly annoyed because Meghan kept trying to get invited to her birthday party. But guys, what these celebrity group chats reveal will shock you. The A-list exodus is really telling. Remember how Meghan used to be part of that exclusive Hollywood mom group? Well, they've apparently created a new group chat without her. One insider revealed they got tired of her leaking their private conversations to the press. Even Serena Williams, who used to be super close with Meghan, has been declining event invitations. But here's what's really interesting. We've got proof that Meghan's team has been desperately trying to arrange candid friend photos with major celebrities. They're literally sending out partnership proposals offering mutual PR benefits for staged paparazzi shots. One A-lister's agent shared the pitch deck, and it's seriously embarrassing. And what these leaked emails expose will make your jaw drop. The most awkward situation? Meghan's team tried to coordinate a spontaneous run-in with Beyoncé at Nobu. They sent this detailed plan to Beyoncé's team, including suggested conversation topics and photo angles. But Beyoncé's people shut it down so fast, calling it transparent and desperate. The email response just said, "We respectfully decline any manufactured interactions." Let's break down how Meghan's attempts to control the media are completely backfiring. Because what's being exposed about her PR tactics is absolutely wild. Remember those candid photos of her volunteering at food banks? Well, we've got proof her team actually hired extras to pose as other volunteers. They even had a whole styling team hidden nearby to make sure she looked perfectly casual while helping. One real volunteer came forward saying they were asked to step aside so Meghan could be photographed doing their actual work. But wait until you see what these behind-the-scenes photos reveal. This is insane. The way she tries to manipulate headlines is particularly fascinating. Her team sends out these detailed briefing documents to friendly journalists, literally telling them how to frame every story. We've got copies of these documents, and they're incredibly specific, down to which angles to photograph her from and which words to use in headlines. But here's where it gets really messy. Her team's been caught creating fake social media accounts to combat negative comments. They've got this whole network of supposedly organic fan accounts that are actually run by her PR firm. One former employee exposed how they'd coordinate positive comments and mass report any criticism. And trust me, What these social media documents expose will blow your mind. The most calculating move? They've been paying social media influencers to defend her without disclosing its sponsored content. We've got copies of the contracts. They're offering thousands of dollars for natural-seeming support posts. One influencer actually leaked the entire pitch deck, showing how they're trying to create this illusion of widespread public support. Now let's talk about what's happening with Netflix, because this situation is getting seriously messy. Their partnership is falling apart faster than anyone expected. Sources inside Netflix reveal they're absolutely furious about Meghan's recent PR disasters. They've invested millions in their deal, but her constant controversies are making it impossible to market their projects. One executive was overheard saying, "Everything she touches turns into a PR nightmare. We can't keep damage controlling." But guys, what these Netflix viewing numbers reveal will make you gasp. The streaming giant is particularly upset about her latest documentary pitch. She wanted to do this series about authentic friendships right after the Billie Eilish drama. Netflix executives actually laughed during the pitch meeting. One source said they couldn't believe she'd suggest this while being called out for fabricating celebrity connections. But here's what's really interesting. We've got hold of the internal Netflix reports about their Meghan content. The viewing numbers are absolutely disastrous. Their last project lost millions, and viewers were dropping out halfway through episodes. The feedback surveys are even worse. People are saying they don't trust anything she presents. And what these contract clauses reveal will shock everyone. And the most embarrassing part? Netflix is now adding special authenticity clauses to their contracts with her. They're literally requiring fact-checkers to verify every single claim she makes on camera. One clause specifically states they can pull content if she's caught misrepresenting relationships or events. They've never had to do this with any other creator. Sources say Harry's actually really worried about this situation. He's been sitting in on meetings trying to save their Netflix deal, but it's not looking good. Apparently, he had this really tense conversation with their production team where he admitted, this whole situation isn't just affecting Meghan. It's changing how Hollywood handles celebrity PR completely. The ripple effects are seriously reshaping the industry. Major PR firms are now requiring truth contracts with their celebrity clients. They're literally making stars sign documents promising not to fabricate relationships or stage photos. Multiple agencies are calling it the Markle Clause. They don't want to risk their reputation on manufactured content anymore. But wait until you hear what these industry changes mean. This changes everything. The impact on celebrity journalism is fascinating too. Publications are implementing new fact-checking protocols specifically for celebrity friendship claims. One major magazine editor revealed they now require photo evidence of any claimed close friendships. They're calling it their Billie Eilish protocol. Social media platforms are cracking down on coordinated PR campaigns too. Instagram's actually developing new algorithms to detect and flag suspicious patterns of celebrity interactions. They're specifically targeting the kind of manufactured content Meghan's team has been creating. And trust me, what's coming next will make your head spin. Drop a comment below with your thoughts. Do you think Meghan can recover from these PR disasters? Was Piers Morgan right about her all along? Should Netflix cancel their deal? What do you think about her trying to claim celebrity friendships? Hey guys, hit that subscribe button because the story is developing fast. My sources say there's more coming, including more celebrities speaking out about fake friendship claims, new evidence of staged photo ops, shocking revelations about her PR team's tactics, and potentially huge changes to her Netflix deal. Turn on those notifications because based on what industry insiders are telling me, what's coming next could completely change how celebrities handle their public image. The support from this amazing community helps us keep exposing these PR tactics, and together, we're uncovering what's really happening behind these manufactured celebrity moments. Remember, in an age of carefully crafted images and staged authenticity, sometimes the biggest story is what's happening behind the scenes.